G'day guys, my name's Rusty and welcome to my first Homebrew Wednesday video. Today I'd like to go through setting up a temp controller for a fermentation fridge. It's something that I should have done a long time ago, but I've been a little bit lazy, and for the last 12 months I've been brewing without a fermentation fridge, which has limited the type of brews I can brew, and it can give some off flavours with temperatures fluctuating too much. So I finally got my butt into gear and going to set up my second fridge for a fermenting fridge, and to control it I've got this little guy. It's an ST-1000 Temp controller that I got off eBay for 24 bucks delivered, so cheap as chips, and it's something every brewer should do really. There's nothing worse than trying to keep your brew at a constant temperature when you live in a climate that has 35 degree temperatures outside during the day, so it can make it quite difficult. I've been using a wet towel around the fermenter with a fan in front of it for the most part, which does work, but it's nowhere near as effective as having a fermenting fridge. So I'm going to get this thing set up and hopefully have some really good beers come out of it. And to set the temp controller up, all you need is the temp controller itself. I went down to J-Car and got one of these little plastic handy boxes. I'm just going to cut a hole and flush mount it, so it should look pretty sweet when it's done. An old extension cord, just cut it in half and strip the wires ready to go. Yeah, you'll need both ends, so it just plugs in between the wall and the fridge, so you don't have to modify your fridge at all. So if you do need a normal fridge, you can always use your fermenting fridge, or if you're not fermenting in it. What else did I get? Some cable glands. They're just to go on the back and take any load off the wiring inside the box, so nothing pulls out of there and shorts and all that nasty stuff. What else do I have to say? These also have the provisions for a heating element of some degree, whether it's a heat blanket or a heat pad or something. I'm not going to wire that up because I won't use it in this climate, but for the guys that live in colder climates, very handy. And that's about it, so I'm going to go wire this up and come back and have a look at it. Alright, here we are with the finished product. Got the controller flush mounted in the box, the temp sensor that goes inside the fridge, and our power in, power out leads, the back of that. Pretty easy to do in the end. I'll post the wiring diagrams and a couple of photos of my wiring at the end of the video, so you've got them for reference if you want to have a go at doing this. Okay guys, here we are in the laundry. I got the temp controller set up. It's sitting on 16.1 degrees at the moment. I have it set to 15, but I've got a 1.5 degree differential set, so it'll slowly come up to 16.5 before the fridge turns on, and then it'll run the fridge until it drops back to 15 degrees. So there's very little temperature fluctuation with this setup. Anyway, let's open her up. I've brewed a batch of beer, a nice Cooper's IPA. It is sitting on, I'm not sure if you can see this, 16 degrees. And I've got the temp sensor for the controller just wrapped in a piece of foam, wedged between a piece of foam and the fermenter, and just a velcro strap holding it in place. I seem to get a lot better temperature control with that setup. I just had it sitting out by itself, and the fridge was going on and off like crazy, so it seems to have settled down now. I also built a, there you go, just turned on, and we're at 16.5. I also made a plywood shelf for the fridge. This fridge just had little plastic ones in it, and I didn't think it would take the weight of the full fermenter, so I just knocked that up out of a bit of plywood, and it's doing the job nicely. Anyway, so there you have it. Very easy setup for temp control. Well, there you have it, folks. That's my setup for temp control. Very quick, easy thing to do. I should have done it a long time ago. It was very cheap. I think all up it cost me less than $40, and now it's going to open a whole heap of advantages for me. I can use different yeasts. I can now do lagers and things like that, where before I've just had to stick with the kit yeasts because they seem to be a bit more durable with temperature fluctuations. But now I've got the setup. Looking forward to trying some beers out of there. That's all I've got for this week. Take care, and please post comments, questions down below. Thanks. See ya.